Alright. Okay. Hi. So we're doing another. I did like 4 or 5 videos yesterday. 2 of them on here or 3 of them on here. I don't quite remember. And then I did some on live on Instagram live, and like went to put the video together of the one that we did here. It was a pick a card reading. Tell me why I go to watch the video back and I can't hear it. And I'm like, maybe my volume's not all the way up. No, I don't know if I put this on here or on Instagram, but like these Turtle Beach headphones, they have a little thing, a little mic button. So but I learned that at the beginning, so I didn't have that problem. And like it's always on, so I never check anymore. And I had did something different and wore my headphones like I would normally wear my headphones like in the past. And that's like with like on one pocket, let me see, hold on one pocket we'll have like the phone, and then like I'll have my headphones looped around in the front, and I'll put it right there. Like I'll just hook it right there, so for easy access, or if I need to use the restroom, I don't need to like really deal with it. Everything is just trying to hook onto this table. And so like I guess the headphones didn't like that, and so everything that we did in those videos, nobody heard us. So it was like we did the prayer video in the morning, and that was it. Ghost. I had to delete everything because we had uploaded videos with that off all day. So yeah, can't redo those readings. They were really good. I'm sorry, the table's going to be moving a bit or a lot depending on how much I move. I'm using a different angle because the sun's in a different direction right now. And yeah, let us shuffle these cards. So as I was saying in my other videos, feel free to put timestamps in the comments section. As the community grows, I would love for people to be able to come in and come out the way they want to. However, me personally, I will not be putting timestamps because I feel like you can always get something from every pile while you're looking for your said pile. And that is just the way we do things. There's no other real explanation for it. Like, it's not hard to do timestamps, to be honest with you. So I'm not being lazy. It's just the same thing with me not editing my videos. The only reason that I would have to edit a video is if like I'm filming something right now and then like it carries over past the point where my camera's like, okay, this is the maximum file reached, and it's going to be in an attachment file instead, and so I have to put those videos together. But other than that, I don't edit my videos, will not edit my videos. That will change in the future for like certain types of videos, like if like when I start dancing and stuff like that, it would probably be smarter. I'm not entirely sure. There will be edited videos in my future, in the future of our career in general, but it is not going to be edited as much as possible because that is what I like. I really like it. There's, and it's my channel, so I'm really happy that you are here. But yeah, there will be no editing. And I wanted to tell you guys about the description box below, Tarot Euphoria. This is what this is. There will be more bells and whistles later in the future, but as of right now, this is what we have to work with. And I'm liking the aesthetic. I'm really not hating on it whatsoever. But I did have a little bit more, even if I didn't really spend too much more money in the past. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but we'll have more crystals. We'll have more well put together pick a card readings. But all that really matters is the truth and the answer and whatever it is that you need to know about your life. So there are no bells and whistles right now, but I am bells and whistles, so yeah. And if you would like a reading, they are going to be $25. Either send me a message in my Gmail, well, via email or in Instagram. And don't worry about if you don't know how you're going to receive the reading. It will be a video message, video reading of some sort. However, I want it to be accessible, easily accessible for all types of people, because I barely got an Instagram and I barely got a YouTube. But before that, social media is not my thing. Like, you get out of here. So you probably won't see me too much else for right now anyway. But like, even in the future, there's no reason for me to have more than what I have right now as a influencer in general. Like, I don't work for you, I work for God, which is also in service to all of us, but I really do it for myself, and then next of kin, my families. So when it comes down to it, I am here because I want to be a part of whatever God is doing, and I realize how important it is to have the truth being said to you. So another thing I wanted to point out, thank you, table. Another thing I wanted to point out is I'm very aware that the way that we tell you the truth is very hard hitting. Like, it might be really hard to hear, or it might be easy to hear. It depends on what type of person you are. However, I challenge you to look more into yourself and to accept it, because I would want someone that gave me constructive, loving criticism or just told me the truth. I would want them to say it to my face as well, and I would want them to say it the way that I do. And also at the same time, I'm very kind with it. Like, I am a Sagittarius, so like, it could have been worse. It could definitely be worse, but that doesn't really cut anything out. But genuinely, there's a lot of love here in these spaces, but our energy is really high, so you will get the truth and nothing but the truth. So, I challenge yourself to look at yourself like that, because it is very important that we know who we are, and it's very important not to hide yourself and be afraid of yourself. So if that interests you a lot more than just watching a pick a card reading from me, I can give you a reading for $25 right now. That's an intro price, and if it is later on, it will definitely go up. I have my prices already in my noggin. Like, we've been planning this for like 2.5 years at this point, and we've just now been able to actually open up. So the prices are going to change, but I don't know when. So as of right now, $25 is a really good deal, especially because it's not going to be one question and 2 question, 3 question, or anything like that. It's an all-encompassing reading. There's advice, there's consultations, which was probably the same thing, but like, we go back and forth until we feel like the energy is done, and you may not need to come back to me after that. However, if you do, you will definitely find more. So it really is on how much you want to grow. And if you feel drawn to someone else's readings and you want to have them read your cards, it's perfectly fine too. It just means that you're not really ready for me to read your cards. And that's not a diss on anybody, but specifically, we know what we are giving you, and we do know that other people can also give you certain things as well. So like, it's really about how ready you are to know what you need to know. And you could probably hear about the same things in other people's readings, but everybody reads things differently, and it's no competition here in the spiritual community. So if you feel led elsewhere, I really do implore you to go elsewhere. But $25 is not, it's not like, oh, she just might not think that her readings are as good. And it's like, no, I'm giving you everything that you could possibly ask for, just at a cheaper price right now, which is, I would jump on that if I personally could. Like, I would get readings from readers that I feel like I could trust with my energy in general, if that was, if I was able to do that right now. But as of right now, we are the readers and God is the reader. So we're all on the same team. But I do invite you to do your best. I wasn't say to do better, but because that's a saying that I usually say. All right, so we're gonna get into the cards. I wanted to shuffle on screen. I usually do shuffle on screen. That might change depending on what spirit wants, but that is what we're doing right now. And so since they're already shuffled, we're gonna go ahead and get these going. So first pile number 1. Let's get some cards pulled for that. And like I said, you can timestamp, but like that whole first part really was like it was an advertisement in general, but it really was like guidance as well. I don't really like advertising certain things. Genuinely, like advertising is also not my thing. Like I'm mysterious for a reason, but at the same time I'm not, because I'm an open book. But don't I don't want to be put in a spot where I'm like, okay, they're not gonna know unless I tell them. So I'm just being open in that way. But genuinely, there will be no real advertising really happening. And as much as I can possibly keep that in my life, we will do, because God really does show people what they need to know when it's time. And if you need to see me, you will. And if you don't, that's perfectly fine. All right, so that's pile 1. Okay, we'll take that one. What in the world? These cards are coming out funny. That's funny. All right. How did that even... Okay, this one wants to be in the middle of these. Okay, one more card for pile number 2, and we should be good. Next, pile number 3. Let's do another shuffle real quick, because it feels right. Yeah, sorry about the table. I really do apologize for that. I didn't make the table like this, though, so I can't really apologize for it, but I am definitely apologizing for it, because my goodness. I think it's more, it kind of like irritates me a little bit. I gotta remember to do that. Reminder. Stop. This over here. We'll take those. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. All right, we'll put that there. And then we have one more pile, pile number 4. Okay. Okay. I think that's going to be it for pile number 4. No? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups. So, now we're going to pick candles for each one. Man, I'm not trying to, like, cry over spilled milk, but the card reading we did yesterday was really good and very well put together. Okay. All right. So now they are ready to be looked at. Don't laugh at my candles. They already had a debut. All right. I hope you can see. Can you see? I can't see you. Hold on. Let me figure this out real quick. I can't see you. to see if you're doing. I believe all of them are in the frame. So go ahead and meditate on those if you need to. Let's try to get this one. That's not possible. All right. Pause if you need to. I hope that you were able to see them very well. Oh, I like that you can see me though. Like, where did the candle even go? It's gone. Hold on. Ghost. Camel? Oh my goodness. Oh. Literally camo. It's right here on the table, but it just like blends in because it's a dark blue candle. So now started with pile 1, which happens to be said candle. I feel like, and I already knew it. Also, it's right next to the pink candle. I feel like you could be a twin flame, and you don't have to be a divine masculine in order to be a runner, but I feel like you are the runner in this situation. Hold on. Let me move this over a little bit. I apologize for that pause. My goodness. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely the runner in this situation. Let's get into your card. I don't want to mix these up. That's interesting. I feel like you're the runner, but you know that you want, yeah, this makes more sense now. I feel like you know that you want what you want now. You've gone through a very big transformation, and you know that you want passion in your life. I feel like you've definitely experienced it, you understood it, but you couldn't see it for what it was. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups, which is really about you moving forward and learning how to give your feelings to one another, like receive and giving feelings. I feel like you are in the stage where you need to apologize to someone, and we haven't even really gotten to your cards yet, but I feel like they're just telling me stuff right now. You had a lot of conflict. You let other people get in the way of the situation, and you didn't take your connection as seriously as you wanted to. I feel like you had really good intentions. You wanted to, but you didn't know how. And this candle is staying lit very strongly. You feel very passionate about this situation, about the person that you're with, and you were trying to give to them, but you couldn't. You were giving bare minimal because you didn't know how to give more. You didn't understand because the people that were in conflict with you, they started taking from you as well. And now you've actually set the burdens down, and you're learning how to tell the truth a lot more openly, learning how to walk in your truth, should I say. And I'm going to stop pulling because they really are just telling me a whole daggone story right now. I'm pulling the bottom of the deck. These aren't even your cards yet. But this one was the card that fell out in the beginning, and it wanted to be in the middle of 1 and 2, which makes sense because the 2 is a pink candle. So you might even be drawn to number 2 because that is your other half. I'm gonna blow this candle out because I have nowhere to sit it. All right, so let's actually get into your cards. We have the 8 of Swords. It wants to be shown in reverse. We have the Hermit in reverse. Yep, exactly what I just said. We have the Empress. And then we have Justice. You are creating a lot more balance in your life because you want your person. You want your other half. You want this happy family. You felt stuck in the beginning, and now you're understanding. You've had more clarity over the situation. You've had a very long time to think. You have more clarity over the situation. You've had to be forced to go inside and understand who you are first. Again, the moon is looking at me from the bottom of the deck. Clarity. But the Hermit is the same thing. I feel like now you're ready to come out and say something. There's a feeling of urgency happening right now. Like you're feeling if you don't do something about this situation that it's just not going to work out for you, and you won't have anybody to blame but yourself. And I feel like you've been really hard on yourself. You may have done something that hurt the connection in multiple different ways, but you really always knew that you loved this person. You're sensing and understanding the huge imbalance in your life that has been created through not doing what was fair for everyone, including yourself. And you're wanting to restore balance in your life. And you know that by bringing justice to the situation that you'll be rebalancing your own life. Right here, he has keys around his neck, as if to say that you've always had the key to the door, but you've been racking them up like janitor keys. You haven't really been using it. And I feel like you're ready to actually understand what that means to you. You're putting down the burdens. You're not caring what other people are thinking about you because they're not thinking with your best interest at heart. You're not afraid of your own shadow anymore, although you do feel like you should be regretful for a lot of things. I feel that you are, but I feel like you've also forgiven yourself a lot more because you've understood that you were younger. You didn't understand what was going on. And even though this person was very sure, you couldn't find a way out. You didn't understand what was for you and what wasn't for you because you let other ideas get into your head and let it stay there. You chose to not have balance with this person, and you chose to be a regular person, a basic, which, isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not for you, and it's definitely not for a twin flame. I'm very proud of you for being able to understand that you want what you want in your life. You realize that this person has a lot of abundance to them, to their character, to what they bring in your life. They have a lot of value, and you know that you want to have a family with this person. She's holding a kid. There's a little bug up here. She might herself be a free-spirited hippie type of situation. Like, you believe in the world of good because of this person. And I'm noticing in this baby pod, because it literally is a baby pod, that there's like a veil over their face, almost as if like it's a future thing. So right now you just want to spend a lot of time with this person, and then kids will come later on. You're more interested in being with this person in general, but you do want to lay seeds with this person. And you do have to lay seeds in order to make the child. It is a child pod, literally, a baby pod. Oh, excuse me. You're doing great in the way that you are paying attention to what it is that you want in your life. Taking it one step at a time. That's good. Because for a while you haven't been doing anything about it. You've been thinking about it, but trying not to think about it, but you haven't done anything about it physically. I'm seeing more like, not mental energy, if anything. Yes, mental energy because of the swords, but we have the Ace of Wands. That's still a passionate thing. The Empress in herself is a physical manifestation of the High Priestess, your divine feminine. However, like, I'm getting a lot of mental energy. I'm not seeing any physical movement here. The only Pentacles card that I have that really suggests like physical movement is in the past, of you giving less than you felt like you should on purpose. Excuse me. And even the Justice card has swords, as if to say, like, you're understanding that you need to restore balance in your life in general. But I don't see any physical movement here. That is going to be the end of this reading. In the way that I've said it, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. But if you don't, I would like for you to figure it out on your own. And if you want to actually know about it, then you can look in the description box below and we can do a reading together. I feel like this is something that if you wanted to know, then you would already know. And for me to tell you in this reading right here would not be beneficial to you unless you wanted to know and asked me. So that's why we're cutting it off right there. It just makes sense. So if you're interested in knowing more about your situation, if that resonated, go ahead and ask me through email and we'll get on that. Pile 1, that was your reading. Thank you for being here. All right, pile number 2. Pile number 2, we have this beautiful pink candle. Represents love. I feel like you've been burned a lot in the past. Particularly by your twin flame. I feel like this is a twin flame situation. And it's taken a while for you to trust anybody else but who you are. It's not even lighting. Like, that's the interesting part. I feel like specifically you may not be open to love, but you should be. I feel like you're open to your self-love, but you don't trust anybody else except for yourself, which is something that makes sense because everybody has betrayed you in some type of shape, way, or form in your life. We have the King of Wands, someone that you were very passionate about in the past, betrayed you. It made you feel like you were going through a situation where you couldn't get it out of it. It was a very unfair situation. We have the 3 of Cups. I feel like you're very tired of being in this situation and you just want to celebrate. 2 of Cups. Yeah. And then we have the Judgment card. That's funny. So you might be drawn to card number 1. I already knew that was going to happen because of pile 1's whole situation. So, yeah, you might want to check that out because that seems to be the other half of you. So you are divine femininity, or this is your divine feminine side. So I would check out pile number 1 if you feel drawn to that too. You may not always be a twin flame, but since I am a twin flame, I feel like that is why we're specifically channeling it. And yeah, it's basically like you want judgment passed on this whole situation because you have a lot of good karma that's coming towards you. But you've been praying and trying to understand, like, why has it not been here? And it is because that you've been blocking out loving situations just in general, like not like a physical type of thing. It's more like holding some type of grudge, I believe. Knight of Swords. There has been no communication from your divine masculine, and that is primarily why you're not feeling upset about the situation. I feel like you're enjoying your life to its fullest. However, I do feel like since this person hasn't reached out and said anything to you in person, and it's very easy to find you, you know that if they wanted to, they could find you. And they're choosing not to. I feel like you're feeling kind of irritated about that situation because you've known for so long that this was for you. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Funny, because pile 1 had the King of Pentacles. Literally counterparts in the physical. You've been really working on your own business, your own situation. You've been trying to be the perfect you for the situation. Like I feel like also though you have kind of given up on being with this person because they haven't reached out to you. I feel like you're not new to card readings in general, but this person is. And so like you've been watching the cards, and it's like you could be getting offers, this and that. You could be doing this and that and whatnot. But like you've been getting offers from everybody but that person. And you're like, is this person even in my life anymore? Like, what is the tea here? Because I'm not understanding why everybody else, all my other exes, all these other people are coming up to us, but yet the person that should be trying to bounce back is not really doing anything. So you've really been, that's like in the back of your mind. I feel like you're really trying to understand that. You have a lot of patience for this person. You're very balanced. You're very fair in the way that you look at these things. It may have hurt, but you didn't write him off, but as time goes on, it's like you're forgetting about the whole situation because you don't even want to deal with it. I feel like there's a lot of strong emotions in general that you're not able to even complete because you can't say it to this person in person. Side note, he misses your boobs. You're very nurturing. He misses laying on your chest. I'm really getting that strongly from this picture because I was drawn into the moon on her boob, on her nipple actually, to be more specific. He misses the life that you give him. I also feel as if you already feel this person. You already know. You know this person. This isn't someone that. This isn't someone new. You already know this person, and you are really in love with this person. I feel like you're actively in love with this person, but it takes two to tango, and so you're keeping yourself open to love, but at the same time, you genuinely don't trust this person that you trusted more than you thought you did in the beginning. I feel like you trusted this person a lot, and they broke your trust, and you have the ability to trust this person again. However, the fact that they're really choosing not to do anything, and it's like it's making you feel as if there's no reason for you to believe that this person is coming, but you do. Like, you don't feel drawn to anybody else, but you don't feel as if it is your move, and you're correct. I feel like you're very patient with this person. You understand what they had to go through, because you went through it too, willingly. You understand what it means to have to take your time. However, the simple act of saying something in person, I feel like that is really irritating you, because you feel like you're very easy to speak to. You feel like if you could just say something, it would just handle the whole business. But this person has not. The only Pentacle card we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. The Judgment card doesn't have any swords in it. You want judgment to be brought here on the earth, like rebirth on the dead of situations. But specifically, like, communication really is what you want, and you want all of it. You don't want it to be cut off. You are definitely I don't want to say you're the chaser anymore. I feel like you're just really doing your own thing, because you know it's not your job to do anything right now. You don't feel stuck anymore. You feel free. You feel like balance is here. Yeah. A bunch of birds like just flew over me when we said that. You feel very free. That's good. That right there is going to attract your person. Attract. You get what I meant. So if you would like to know more about that, go ahead and look in the description box below, and we will give you a reading. And if that is all, see you in the next video. Next, we are moving on to pile 3. Pile 3, you have this beautiful light blue candle. Reminds me of air. Right, let's find out if we can light this one. It didn't light, but all it did was kind of just bubble up. I'm trying not to drip it on my pants, because we've been doing that, and it comes off of everything but that. Yeah. Oh! How dare you? That makes sense. So I feel like you've been wanting more freedom in your life, but every single time you try, you feel oppressed. You feel like people don't want that for you. I even got burned by my own lighter. People are trying to keep you from doing what you want to do. King of Wands, fire energy. You're someone that is usually used to probably doing what other people want you to do, but now you're in an energy of not wanting that to be. I feel like you just want to be left alone so that you can be your own person, because no one else is actually on your team. And that's just the bottom of the deck, and then that card was pointing out, so that's what we're showing. Yeah. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. You don't want to be in conflict anymore. You're tired of it. I feel like everybody else makes your business their business. Ace of Cups. You're very kind and forgiving, and so people take advantage of that energy, and they try to make sure that you don't do what you want to do in life, because they just don't want to see it. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of jealousy there. People do not like you because they like you so much. But since you are portraying yourself as weak by not sticking up for yourself, they believe that they have the right to juggle your affairs. They feel like they have the right to say what you should be saying to them, really. Like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, but they're like, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. They feel like they have the power to tell you what to do in your own life. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you really just want to move away and do something on your own. You want to literally be left alone. I don't see not one person in your circle. I don't even think you actually have a circle because of this. And I don't believe that you know too much how to find a circle, because you believe that the people that are around you are the only people that are going to be around you. So you've kind of been keeping yourself stuck in that situation. But the Knight of Pentacles has big ass wheels on him. It was like one. But like, he doesn't want to be in this situation anymore. I feel like you want to move cities, move towns, move countries, whatever it is. You want to move away and you want to create yourself. You want to live free. You want to meet new people. Page of Swords. You've been working on sticking up for yourself, but at the same time, it hasn't been going that well. Like I said, and this is an air, this represents air. Like I said, freedom, like you're trying to gain your own freedom, but you feel like every time you step out, you always get oppressed. So against adversity, you really don't know how to be. And once that happens, you really do get in your feelings. You're like, I don't know how to get out of this. I feel like depression is something that really has a hold on you, simply because you are so empathic. We have the King of Cups and then we have the Ace of Cups. A lot of water energy, very strong water energy, I will just say. Very, very strong water energy. And you are definitely someone that, let's just say, like, guilt and shame tactics, they do work against you more than you would like to admit, simply because you see people for who they are, but you don't actually know if you can have better, because I feel like you see a lot of the same types of people everywhere. And it's because your vibration hasn't cut those people out, so you keep seeing them. They don't grow unless you grow. Your situation will grow if you move away. If you move away and you do something different, you will definitely see different people. But you are right, it is the same everywhere you go. However, your vibration will raise because you did something that put yourself in a good spot. You chose to make a move in your life. You chose to start communicating more. So right off the bat, when you start meeting new people, don't be afraid to communicate with them and put your boundaries up. Notice 7 of Wands card, how everyone else's, this is basically passions, ideas, and a lot of different things, really. But like, everybody is so close to you. I feel like you don't have boundaries and you didn't put them up. And you get pushed to the edge a lot. So people might think you're really emotional in a way where you start outbursting or you just shut down. It's one or the other. You don't tell people that they need to back up. And that is an issue. So reestablish your boundaries and understand that your boundaries are not to be crossed. And other people's ideas have absolutely nothing to do with your own if they conflict in a way that is not constructive. Like if I say you probably shouldn't, not probably shouldn't, but if I say that you shouldn't join a gang of any type of sort, then you shouldn't join a gang of any type of sort. You know, like that's coming from a loving situation. Like, don't do that. Like, you're gonna ruin your life, and you know, and all of this. Like, some people need to be in certain situations, but really they don't. But that is easy to say since that's something that doesn't really interest me at all. But you know, living on the street is a lot different than, well, living in a life where you feel like you're living on the street. We'll put it that way. That is definitely something that's different from feeling like you have the world at your fingertips. And you're very defensive towards these situations because people really don't give you good advice. They don't try to give you good advice. They literally be pulling words out of their ass and try to give that to you. Like it's all you are. And you definitely don't feel like that's all you are, but you do let that affect you heavily. Yeah, We have the Seven of Swords. I didn't mean to pick this one up too. Excuse me. You're a very hard worker. It's the Eight of Wands. You're a very hard worker, and people don't appreciate you the way that you should be appreciated. And like I said, people really stay feeding you deception, just straight up lies, and they don't care. None of those people care about you. It does not matter. If anybody says the term, after everything that we've done for you, why wouldn't I love you? If you get bad energy off of it, it's not for you. So stand your ground, do what you need to do, because your life is more than just boredom. You are not meant to be bored. You're meant to have more passion in your life. And then the Emperor card is underneath that. And I feel like you've also been praying for the situation. Like you've actively been praying. You spend a lot of time around other people, but you spend a good amount of time by yourself as well. But not enough to understand that you really are worth more than whatever it is that you do. And so you really don't appreciate yourself as much. Although you have big dick energy. You really do. You do. But you don't use it. You don't implore it. You just don't bring that out. You don't bring that side out, because you don't want people to be like, oh, now he thinks that he's better than us and all of this stuff. But those people should be happy for you. If they really are for you, they should be happy for you. There's no sideways, nothing about it. There's going to be a tower moment that is going to make you feel like, okay, I've been planning on this for a while. I'm going to just leave. I don't need this right now. So if you've been planning in general, plan and plan and plan. It might not go the way that you want it to, but it'll definitely go better. Like you will definitely find what you're looking for. Yes, moving places is a great way to do what you're doing. But at the same time, if you haven't started planning, have an idea about where you want to go. That's a good place to start. If you feel like this resonated with you, Pile 3, and you want more information about your path, please do look in the description box and let me know if you need more guidance. Thank you for being here. Pile number 4. I have this beautiful, I want to call it peach colored. I feel like you have a nice butt. Peach. It's not even really peach, but it's peach. Like peaches are definitely this color. Like there are peaches that are this color. I feel like you've been put in a lot of situations where your childhood self has been put in situations where they're scared. She or he is afraid. Yeah, this flame got bigger after I said that. They really want you to know that, like, they feel afraid. They feel afraid that you are not listening to them at all. They don't feel safe. There's no fun in your life. You're not allowing yourself to have fun. King of Swords. That could be seen as lacking compassion. It doesn't always have to be seen that way, but you really took the childhood self out of yourself. We have the Nine of Swords, staying up with anxiety, depression. There are a lot of things that are attacking and attaching to you. It's very true. You could be sick. We have the Magician in reverse. Your wonder for magic has vanished the building. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. You overwork yourself. Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like you don't let your heart get involved with anything. You try not to because you've been hurt so much in your own, like it's just like you've let it all come out. Like you're just like, I don't want to be a part of this life in general. Then we have the Five of Swords. I feel like you're very dishonest with others. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And like if you see they're poking blood out of the tree, it's almost as if like you've been trying to force a situation to physically manifest. And then the Ten of Cups in reverse, it wanted to be upright, but it's really feeling more upside down right now because of everything that we just said. You don't want, hold on, I don't have time to wait actually. You're parked. Great job. So I feel like you want more in your life. Then we have the Emperor energy popping out from the middle of the deck. You really want more in your life, but you can't figure out why you don't have more in your life because you're such a hard worker. You make a lot of money. Get away. And you cut things out of your life very strongly. I feel like this is like distorted Capricorn energy. And you don't really understand why. And it is because your heart, your pure hearted, your soft heart has been tainted, and you let it be tainted, and you have done nothing to try to say otherwise. And you think it's okay. And that is exactly why you're not getting any fruitfulness out of your life. You want more. You want a family. You want someone that loves you. I feel like also you want someone that loves you, but you don't believe in true love because you can see everybody in their ugliness. I feel like you don't naturally see the beauty of things anymore. You see their ugliness. There is true love coming towards you, and you will have everything that you need, but you have to learn how to see the good in things. The good in all situations. I got abandoned on the side of the road by my little brother. And that sounds worse than it probably is, simply because of who I am by nature. Like, in general, like, nobody wants to, be abandoned on the side of the road. However, we cried for a bit. And while we were crying, the Lord said, see if those tumbleweeds will move, because you'll know you'll have to pee soon. So we built a tumbleweed house while we're crying and listening to Avenged Sevenfold. That was the start. Like, that was the official start, really, of our spiritual journey. And that tumbleweed house gave us so much more privacy than we thought we would have. We were able to sleep. We were able to hide our stuff there and be there. We spent a lot of time there. We chose to make a situation that really was boo-boo ass McGee into something that was more positive for us, because it helped us in our world. And that would not have been possible if I let my childhood self die. I would not be open to love as much as I am right now if I let my childhood self die. I would be just like everyone else if I let my childhood self die, because nobody stands by my side. It is just us, me and the Lord, my angels and spirit. It is just us. And yes, ego wanted to be put a part of that too. We had to learn how to put ego behind us and work together, instead of being like, I want to react out of fear. We don't do that. You react a lot in fear, which is why you stay up at night. You might have insomnia because of that, but your dreams are trying to tell you something. Like, the times that, because you do have to sleep, you do sleep a little bit, but in the times that you do sleep, your dreams are trying to tell you something, and your world is trying to tell you something. You're working way too hard, and you're not actively walking towards anything fruitful in your life because of the fact that you can't even see that it exists. So if you felt like this, Pile 4 resonated with you, I'm actually even glad that you're even on this channel right now, because you are definitely, like I said, you don't even believe in magic. You don't believe in the good in things. So the fact that you're here, I'm very grateful. If you feel like you want more insight on your situation just to get ahead so that you can start looking at things a lot differently, I would look into the description box below and work on your root chakra. Your root chakra. Look that up on Google, become familiar with it, work on that. And, that will definitely help you out. I feel like your sense of security is skewed because you don't believe that anybody is up there watching you and understanding you. So keep that in mind. But yeah, thank you guys for being here so very, very, very much. And I gotta go.